Hi all, welcome to my on the line presented by MySportsResults.com and sponsored by Marathon Sports and the Foss Running Camp. My interviews feature some of Connecticut's top cross country and track and field athletes, teams, and coaches. But in this episode, I'm very excited to welcome the Lyman Hall 4x4 meter boys relay team. The guys on this team are Owen Rich, Aaron Rich, Timothy Conklin, and Thomas Conklin, and they all finished at the 40th Yale Interscholastic Track Classic with a time of 3:22:99, which was the first in that event at that meet. They're looking to capture the state record in the 4x400, which currently stands at 3:20:18. But anyways, we do have a lot to get into in this interview, so let's just jump right in. So my first question for you guys is just walk me through the Yale Track Classic. What was the goal for the 4x4 going into this meet, and how were you guys able to execute?
All right, so our main goal was to obviously win the Yale Cup. We knew it was a new thing that every relay would win a cup, so we were really going after that. Online it said that the meet record was around like 3:26, right? Yeah, somewhere around there. So we were definitely aiming to get that. We're not 100% sure if that's accurate, but we're definitely scoring for that. And we just overall wanted to get our time down. I mean, earlier in the season we didn't get to that. I mean, we didn't get like such a good time, so that was really just a great chance to put ourselves out there. So that was one of the goals, at least.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you guys did really well at this meeting. It was great to see how well you guys were able to just come together and get the job done. And I'll also just say, my next question is this. You all have been able to retain the same level of dominance with the Lyman Hall 4x4 that you guys saw last year. So I'm just curious, how have you been able to do this, maintain this dominance, but how have you also been able to build upon the success of the 4x400 from last season?
So mostly, I mean, we have the four guys from the New England team that we were champions in 4x4 last year. We're coming back, so that's me, myself, Timothy Conklin, Thomas Conklin, and Owen Rich. And we also have Owen Rich's brother, Aaron Rich, over here that stepped up big time for us, which actually will help us a lot. So I mean, us being very experienced, and we were just trying to like run with him, and just put down a great time. I mean, I think we're all experienced enough now that we can definitely achieve those records that we want. So that's about it, I think.
Yeah, no, and this is actually a question to Aaron specifically. So obviously you're the new member on the 4x4. So how have you been able to fill this role so well, given that the other three guys have been on the 4x400 before, especially last season?
Yeah, last year, training with them helped a lot. And training like the last 3 years, and then just seeing them run it and run it like 7, keep it going.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, that's what you guys have been doing. So I am curious. So since you guys are obviously all in the same relay team, do you guys all participate in the same, 400-meter based workouts together, or do you guys more do workouts that pertain to your individual events? So,
Definitely all training together, training with people like kids that are also good, make you better at running. Like training with him and Tom there and make you better at practice. And that stuff. Yeah, we all train together. Tom sometimes goes with distance.
No, right, almost all the time, but I do hop in with them whenever I get the chance to. And, it's great running some spinners. I get a lot of mileage in, even though I'm more on the low side of distance. So it's definitely nice hopping in with the rest of the guys. I mean, I know we're pretty much always running the same relays. So like, um, I try to just get a lot of speed work in whenever I actually have the chance. I mean, they push me a lot, so they're always trying to run away from me. So that's really the goal, I think, to catch up to them because I don't always get the chance to. So.
yeah, just kind of curious, what are just some staple speed workouts that you guys do? Like, what are your go-tos?
Probably just like a lot of 200 repeats. I mean, there's always full recovery in between them for at least my sprinters. I mean, I'm usually mid-distance, so I can do either sprinting or distance. There's times where, like last year, I was mostly distance. I could always pick up with time on the workouts. And these past 3 years, I was mostly a sprinter, but I think like mid distance really is what is bad for me. But yeah, mostly like we're sprinting like 200s, usually like 400 or so. These are all like really hard workout, so it's not like a typical workout. Like we really push ourselves to be like the best in the state.
Yeah, no, and you kind of touch upon this, but you guys are all from specifying different things. You have a hurdler, have a long jumper and high jumper, and then you have two mid distance guys. So I'm just curious, how do these unique skill sets play into your success as a 4x4? Just because you guys have so many different specializations.
So me personally, what I think is our coach does a really good job on observing us during the 4x4. So especially like I used to anchor a lot, but knowing me, like I'm not always the best anchor. So like he knows about like what our specialties are. So like he just puts us in a great spot to win it and just perform well. So I think it's not really like obviously we all do different events, but he just like knows where to put us, and he can kind of just judge by the way we run, or like how we run on certain meets, will he place us, and like this really paid off last year at New Orleans, how he knew to lead me off, and then it was me. Then it was Michael, then me, and then my brother. So we knew I was the weak link, so I was just trying to keep my brother in the race and have him catch up. So it was really just like a call that our coach makes, and that's kind of how it is everywhere. So that's
Yeah,
big really fit into it.
yeah, no. For sure. And I don't know, I just found it so interesting how you guys have all these different skill sets. I feel like that was one of the things that I noticed when, looking at this Lyman Hall 4x4 was that you guys just have so many different experiences, which I think is really cool. But anyways, we'll be right back to our interview with the Lyman Hall team after we take a quick break for this message from our sponsor, Marathon Sports. Welcome back to the second part of our chat with the Lyman Hall 4x4 team. So I'm just curious. Obviously, you guys are two sets of brothers on this 4x4 team. I'm curious, how does this literal brotherly connection on this team contribute to the success that you all have achieved?
It's great. Have a lot of trust in each other, running with each other, running with each other at practice, and just having that brotherly connection so they all can trust their teammates and command them time. You're not worrying that they'll fall behind or anything. Just it's a lot of trust.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm just also curious, what do you guys enjoy doing outside of track? And do you guys do those things together? Is there sort of relationship that you guys maintain outside of the track as well?
We, we don't so like I spend a lot of time with my brother. I mean, we're twins, so it's
Mhm.
like always with him. I mean, we don't do like that much outside of track. I mean, we don't even like hang out really,
Mhm.
but it's more just like a track thing. But like me and my brother, we go over race strategies like all the time. Like it's just like every second of the day when I'm talking with them, like it's always just track. And, like, we have videos of all of our races and we just observe what we could do all this stuff. And so we also know our competition really well. So we spend most of our time just looking at that. And that's kind of how we build a connection. That's just on our.
I don't know. That's cool. How about the riches?
Like, there's a lot of baseball, so there's more building baseball. We also like to pitch a lot, it's just like hobby, in our family.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And just curious, again, as sets of brothers, do you guys, both sets, do you guys get along well? Do you guys have any funny brother stories that you like to share?
Yeah, I think we get along pretty well. I mean, I personally don't have a story about him. I don't think he has one about me. I don't know about you guys.
Can't think of any stories right now.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, we all get along. We support each other, so I think that's what really matters.
No, no, that's cool. That's cool. I respect that a lot. And actually have a question for Timothy. So I know that you guys were touching upon the different types of legs that you guys have. But just in last season when you raced in the 2024 New Balance Indoor Nationals meet, you weren't the anchor on this team. So how have you approached this new role and what have you learned from Mike Fisher, who was obviously on the team last season?
I mean, I've never really been anchor. I mean, I'm trying to make my way up there. Michael Fisher, I mean, he was really a great anchor. This was the outdoor meet.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
This was the outdoor New Balance meet.
Yeah, yes, it was the one where you were third leg. It was the 4x4. I
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I mean, I kind of fall into like a team player. I mean, I usually just keep us in the race. I don't really like to anchor, but I mean, I do want to at least one day or one big race to anchor maybe one day. I also like leading off a lot. I mean, I think I have more of a motivation to get out in a good position in the 4x4. Like, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just curious, are you guys just on the leg lineup? Are you guys set in stone for the rest of the season, or do you guys think it'll shift around with time?
Shifts around a lot.
Yeah, we're not sure. It really depends on how we feel after all of our races.
Cool. What would you guys say like your favorite legs to run are if you had to choose one?
Um, Me personally, I think the third leg, but I don't know what you guys like, and I'm not sure. I mean,
I probably anchor the most. Yeah.
Hmm,
I prefer leading off. That's my favorite.
cool.
for me, honestly, anywhere. I mean, earlier this season, I anchored anyway. It was really nice bringing the lead back to the team. But I'm usually in second or third leg, so for me, it doesn't really matter. I'm really just looking at who's ahead of us, or if no one's ahead of us, then keeping that lead. So it's really just putting my teammates back in the race, or just even gapping it even further. Because for me, it's all about the victory. So yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you guys, just kind of having that multifaceted approach to it and just being able to be versatile. I really respect that. And I think that, that's really admirable that you guys are just able to shift around and fill multiple different roles. But yeah, anyways, we'll be right back to our interviews with the Lyman Hall team after we take a quick break for this message from our sponsor, the Foster Running Camp.
On the Line with Grant Walters is sponsored by Foss Running Camp, an overnight cross-country camp for middle and high school athletes of all abilities, located in nearby Torrington, Connecticut, August 14th through 19th. Go to fossrunningcamp.com for more information. Foss Running Camp, where champions are built one step at a time.
So, welcome back to the third part of our chat with the Lyman Hall boys 4x4 team. And I'm just curious. So, you guys are 2 seconds away from the 4x4 indoor state record time, which is currently held by Windsor. And they got that time in the 2024 New Balance Nationals indoor meet. Does this provide any motivation for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, it provides a lot of motivation. We went against them all last year. We had multiple races against them. We were running with them all year, pushing each other. And at that national team, they really just pulled ahead. We had an incredible time. I think that we could do something they did last year, this year, and run an even faster time.
Yeah, no, for sure. The rivalry between both teams, just the competition has been really fun to watch. And also, what just before this indoor season, what were your original goals going into indoor as the 4x4 team, just based off some of your past success as well as just chasing down the state record?
I think like everything kind of fell into place on what we wanted our goal to be. So I mean, we weren't really sure what we could really achieve with Aaron Rich, because we didn't really team race, that fast yet against all the good competitors at Yale. I mean, he really had a great leg. 50 points is a big. Oh, sorry, 49 is a nice, run for him. Obviously, we weren't even expecting it, but I mean, beginning of the season, we weren't expecting it. So I mean, I think it's really nice. And I think just because everything's falling into place, I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't be falling into place. Uh, Tomorrow or even next week or the upcoming months when we're running at nationals or at the state open meet or New England.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just you guys are approaching the championship season in indoor. So what is your game plan and how are you guys planning on maintaining the same level of dominance that you guys have showcased this season thus far?
So we literally just kind of let our coach do all the work. So we're just kind of just getting after whatever we need to, scoring wherever we need to. We don't have like a specific plan as of us. It's more our coach knows everything. He's gonna put us where he thinks we can succeed the best, and he's been doing this for the past couple of years. So we couldn't ask for a better coach to do this for us. So I mean, yeah, that's all it is. But we think we're gonna do great. So he trusts us and we trust him. So that's all it's gonna be.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. And yeah, I think that's all the questions that I have for you guys. And again, I would like to thank Owen, Aaron, Timothy, and Thomas for their time and willingness to be a part of this interview. It was really interesting and enlightening to hear what you guys had to say. And I wish you the best of luck with the rest of your indoor season. So,
Thank you.
yeah, no, thank you guys again. And thanks again to all of our fans joining us. Stay tuned for my next interview. This is Grant Walters signing off for On the Line. Have a good one, guys.